Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Arc Raiders. So I was looking over my blueprints and noticed that I had 39 out of the 74 available blueprints. So I decided I'm going to make a video on Arc Raiders where I just hunt for a blueprint. Nothing in particular, just hunt for one in general. I'm also going to be trying to do some of the quests while we're out here, and I'll probably cut the quest. I might leave them in there. Someone might need them for something, so I might cut them. I might leave them in there. It just depends. So blueprints that come from shared watch, if we get there during this video, or that come from, I don't think any of the quests give blueprints this time around, but stuff like that does not count. We have to find it on the ground outside in the wild, and it cannot be a blueprint that we already have. So we have to find it topside, and it has to be a blueprint that I don't already have. We'll see. It shouldn't be too hard to get one. Blueprints aren't the rarest thing in this game. Famous last words, I know, but they're not the rarest, so we should be good to go. These raids might not be played straight through, but I will be counting through each of the raids to show how many it took to get the blueprint. I think this can also be a fun learning exercise for anyone who's never played the game before that might want to, learn how long they should expect it to be between finding blueprints. Of course, as you find more blueprints, you'll find fewer and fewer that are new, but that's just how that goes. So during this recording, a lot of my audio got really choppy. For some reason, this first raid just didn't go too well as far as recording. But I found this first raider, a friendly raider by himself, and he was fighting a surveyor. So I decided to go help him. The surveyor was already on fire by the time I saw him, and I just needed to land a single shot with my hull cracker, and I missed every single shot that I took, and eventually just decided to leave him on his lonesome and go about my own business. He got it. He'll be fine on his own. I don't know why I do stuff like that. There's really no point in that. After that little debacle, or exactly whatever you want to call it, I sprinted straight towards Grandiose Apartments, hoping to get a blueprint as they seem to drop more often in residential areas, as well as doing a quest that I needed to do. But when I got there, I realized I was in the right spot, but I didn't have any other things I needed. Okay, alright then, so 2 batteries and 5 wires. Some lemons over here. We can take those, sell them. Oh, I don't really need any lemons. Found pretty much the normal loot in Grandiose Apartments, or Grandioso Apartments rather, and everything seemed pretty normal until I came across a dead raider. So there's actually an enemy raider here. Not sure what killed him, but we'll keep an eye on that. Got a lot of heavy ammo on him. What were you running with, brother? I didn't mention this in the recording, but I did realize right after that he was killed by the pup that was in there with him, most likely. And then after that, nothing of interest happened. Nothing at all. Nothing important or worth mentioning happened at all. I got back to Speranza safely. Everything was fine. We don't need to talk about it at all. Nothing happened. Okay, I gotta go do some inventory management, and then we'll be back to it. Where do we spawn? Okay. I still have that quest at Grandiose I need to do. But before we go to Grandiose,
I can't believe I'm saying this, but don't forget to mark out those houses Shani picked if you're in the area.
We'll go over there, a gun case can spawn, and some other stuff that might give us some decent loot. Oh, explosive mine blueprint. I already have the explosive mine. I got that at another time. I actually recorded that as well. But okay, we'll go here. I actually recorded that as well, but the footage got lost. So yeah.
Your family? No, I know. Yes, you did.
Okay, the gun case did not spawn this time. That sucks.
Since I didn't find anything good at the train station, including the weapon chest not spawning, and they had already looted everything else, the other two raiders that were there, I decided it'd be best for me to just go ahead and go to Grandioso Apartments, get my quest done, and then head inside to see if I could find a blueprint.
So that quest done. And we can... Guns out because the tick and pops do spawn in number here. And we can get to looting. I don't think I'm going to subject y'all to the entirety of the looting, so I will see y'all in a bit. You know, yeah, don't ask about what happened. Just know I was being a cocky idiot, and when you're being a cocky idiot, bad things tend to happen to you. But it's fine. Also, no blueprint, none whatsoever. So, a more logical and perhaps sensible person would probably look at the fact that we got a key for Buried City, and would go back to Buried City to use this key card and open the key door, since the goal is to find a blueprint. A more logical person indeed. You see, I am not that person, and we are going to go to what's the name of this place? The Battlegrounds. They have a Luscious Bloom thing going on right now. That's not the reason I'm going, by the way. I'm going just to go. You know what? This is my fault.
This is Celeste. Our lead point is the Research and Administration building, east of the dam. See if you can find any traces of an agricultural research project.
Actually, we're gonna go here first.
Let's go to the power generation
It's not
complex.
guaranteed, but you do have a chance to... Let me swap off to my kettle. It's not guaranteed, but you do have a... Jesus Christ. Of course, there's a Rocketeer right there. Maybe it's just me, but Rocketeers seem to spawn more on this side of the map. I just have to be careful and not get noticed. Okay, they look like they're going in the opposite direction. I think we're good. So if you have a power rod and come to this power rod room, it was actually super cheap to get a power rod if you have the necessary upgrades to do it. You can also potentially get one out of these things right here. They have a chance to drop one.
Not a single power rod dropped the entire time, so I left to go to Research and Administration.
Careful in this area. There are a lot of arc here just normally, let alone during something like Night Raid or Electromagnetic Storm. Because even though I don't think the game says arc spawn increased for that, it might, I'm not entirely sure. Arc spawn 100% increase for Electromagnetic Storm though. Whether the game says it does or not is a non-issue really, because it 100% increases. Like in most video games, if grass grows there, you can probably walk there. Pretty sure, yeah, this is staff room. It's normally locked. Just don't leave him in there to do his own thing, and I'm gonna go do the other stuff I need to do.
Nothing else happened pretty much the entire time, and I safely extracted with a friendly raider and left to go back to Speranza.
Alright, pretty good.
This next raid was probably the most boring one yet. I went on night raid for Buried City in order to get to the space travel building and loot the locked room that I knew was there. When I get to the locked room, I bet you expect I found great loot. I found nothing of value. I mean, it was alright. I got a weapon chest out of it, so that was good at the very least, but afterwards I just extracted, went back home, and saw a friendly raider who I did not speak to the entire time because I play in Care Bear lobbies, and it doesn't matter if you use voice chat in the slightest.
I've ever voiced my opinion about Stellamontis Night Raid, but I do despise it, despite how good the loot is. Speaking of how good the Stellamontis Night Raid loot is, we're going to Stellamontis. I have an admin assembly key, as well as a raider hatch key. There's actually nothing in my inventory that I cannot easily make, so I don't care about losing any of this stuff. Actually, I don't know why I was bringing that. You can't use raider hatch keys. Regardless, I have the survivor augment. That way I can live for longer. Hopefully, if I do get downed, any raider that sees me won't immediately just knock me out and will listen when I say, wait, I have the survivor augment, I'll be fine. Just let me crawl.
I spawned on the other side of the map. Yay for me.
Man, something is popping off somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I know I don't want nothing to do with it.
Prepare yourself, you're about to see one of the greatest and worst things to ever happen to me in Ark Raiders.
Do you have the Aphelion blueprint? Because I just found it if you want it. I don't need it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm looking for that Trailblazer one.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Damn it.
Leave him the loot. Well, there's our blueprint. I love Care Bear lobbies so much.
I feel the need to explain why I say it is one of the best and worst things to ever happen to me in this game. The reason why it is one of the worst is because I completely wasted that key. I could have kept it and used it for something else if only I would have known there was another raider in there. Now, some of you might think the key was not wasted considering the fact that I still got, an Aphelion blueprint out of it. Which, by the way, brings us to point number 2. The reason why it is one of the best things is because the Aphelion blueprint is a legendary blueprint. You need it to craft the legendary Aphelion, for which you need a level 3 gun bench. Which, if you've been playing since the game started and haven't taken part in any of the wipes, your stuff is definitely at level 3. Matter of fact, you've been playing for about a month and haven't wiped your account, then it's definitely going to be at level 3. But right now, my main focus was just on getting back to Speranza with this gun and taking a ton of fall damage while I do it.
Oh, is this one closed? Ah, it is. Okay. So, okay, which ones are left open? Metro lobby.
Let's take that Metro.
I could definitely get the Metro lobby in time. What a crazy way to get such a high tier blueprint. So it's... Ooh. Okay, I want to kill this thing just to kill it. Oh. Shoot. That's fine. That is fine. We're okay. We're good to go. Alright, we got our blueprints. I didn't expect to get it that way, but hey, you ain't never gonna hear me complain about a free blueprint. Get some snap blast grenades off that too. Well, that might be the end of the video. I don't know. You'll have to ask editing, Jarrell, if that's the end of it or not. let's take a look at this. So it does take a matriarch. I've never even used one of these before. I never even found one. Of course, level 3 gun bench, just like all the other legendaries. I do have the Jupiter. I found that on a raid. I think this is, yeah, I think this is the one that rips off arc armor real quick.
After the last raid that you guys just watched, I decided to keep playing and look for more blueprints. I just decided to keep doing more and more raids. Now, as you can see, this one is the Queen or Harvester raid, whichever one you want to call it. That's what's on the map right now. I actually was going here to get the Blue Gate Cellar. I'll talk more about that later. We're not going to talk about that right now. But I'm pretty sure you can guess what blueprint I found on the Harvester raid. Is that a spoiler for it? Maybe. Is it really a spoiler to say I get a blueprint in the video all about hunting for blueprints? Who knows? I guess I'll leave that up to y'all. I'll also leave up to y'all for y'all to let me know whether or not y'all like these videos voiced over or with live commentary, at least for Arc Raiders. I'll let y'all be the judge. Initially, this entire raid was about getting to the Blue Gate Cellar. I heard that this spot was pretty good on any type of map condition for blueprints. Anyway, I think that was before the most recent update. The most recent update as of the recording of this clip, not of the making of this video, because most recent update as of right now is the one that added the hurricane. At the time where I recorded these clips, the shared watch event was still going. Yes, I know this video is incredibly late, and I do apologize for that, but that's just how it goes. This room sucks. This key room, it sucks. It's a blue key, and it sucks. Very bad. I'm pretty sure they downgraded it to a green key so people wouldn't have their expectations up so high. But yeah, this room is awful, and I hate the fact that I ever came here to do this to begin with. Since the Blue Gate Cellar was so close to the Queen to begin with, I decided to go and help my fellow raiders clean up this Arc trash. I also scrambled. Of course, I'm not going to show that part because I was just standing still. I did scramble to get my headphones and put them on so I could actually help and communicate with the other raiders. And I saw a raider flare go off, and you know, I wouldn't say I'm a rescue raider, but I try to be one, so I went to go help my fellow raider.
Pick me up.
Please
pick me up.
Where you at? There you are.
Yes. Thank you. Right here. He's got me. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, bud.
You're welcome.
By the time I got down to the Queen, it was already pretty much stripped bare of all of its loot, considering most of the other raiders had already gotten to it by that time. So instead, I went and helped with the Harvester that me and a bunch of other raiders tried to do unsuccessfully twice, but we did eventually get it. And I managed to get a new blueprint, the Equalizer, the last of the legendary weapons that I need to complete my collection. After that, me and all the other raiders just extracted and went back to Speranza.
Got the blueprint, got out, it was fun. I kind of did absolutely jack crap and got rewarded for it. But now I have another blueprint, and I'm pretty sure these are all of the legendary blueprints I now have. So that's actually great. Hey, I want y'all to know though, to you, right, this is the 6th run you've seen me do. In reality, this is run number 15. So every 5 to 10 runs you seem to get a blueprint from what I can tell. And I just got unlucky for a long time. This was fun. I'm glad I did it. I now have all of the legendary blueprints. I'm pretty sure, I think these are all of them. Oops, hold up. Yes, I have the Jupiter, the Equalizer, and the Aphelion. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you've made it this far, and have a wonderful day.